Alright, so today we're about to get into a special treat. We're gonna get into the one, the only, the legendary Mr. Tupac Shakur. We're about to get into Tupac, his debut album, 2PACALYPSE Now. I'm excited. Pac's like my favorite rapper of all time, right? Pac is like my favorite rapper of all time. And this album is not an album that gets talked about a lot. You know, when people mention Tupac, they usually mention All Eyes on Me. They don't really ever talk about his early work, like before he joined Death Row. So this is gonna be really special because this is Tupac's very first album. His very first album. What? Oh, this is about. And let me take a sip. Because I feel like we gotta have some heat. I feel like this is gonna be fire. Like I said, Tupac's my favorite rapper. Pac's my favorite rapper, so I'm excited to get into this. Oh, and before we hop right into this album, y'all see the hoodie, man. Y'all see it. Just like I put it in the beginning of the video, y'all see the hoodie. Come on. It's cold outside, it's snowing. I'm no longer cold, I'm warm. Cop yourself one of these hoodies. Y'all need to cop yourself one of these hoodies. Go into the description box below. Click on that link. Click on that Teespring link and get yourself a hoodie. Now we can hop into this album. I'm trying to I'm stacking much. I'm packing a cat, cause got when the front, going into butts and holes. Picking up butts, the time they close, they give me to me. Black male. Way to start the album, 2PACALYPSE Now, young black male. Yeah, I like this flow. He had a nice flow on that. He was Pac was riding the beat on that. Interesting way to start. I liked it. It was an interesting way to start, young black male. So in case you don't know by now, Tupac comes from a Black Panther background, right? Pac's family tree comes from the Black Panther party. So Pac is very pro-black. You know, Pac loves black people. Pac is very pro-black, and he's very militant. Especially early Tupac. Early Tupac was very militant. You know what I mean? Pac's always been militant, but before the Death Row days, I don't even want to mention it. I don't even want to mention the Death Row days on this video because this is not about Death Row. This is not about the shootings. This is not about everything else. This is strictly about 2PACALYPSE Now, the first album. So Pac is very militant-minded, loves his black people, young black males. Hey, so Pac is a rider. You know what I mean? And at this point, Pac is a rider. And he's just letting you know. Tired of being trapped in this vicious cycle. If one more copper ass me, I just might go psycho. And woo! Trapped can barely move the city streets without a cop harassing me, searching me, then asking my identity. True. I feel you. So this song, it's very funny, right? So Trapped. This song came out in 1991, and it's so funny how relevant this song is today. Trapped is so relevant today, talking about police brutality and how you can't keep the black man down. 2020 was a hurricane. 2020 was something that was just bonkers. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. And here we are in 2021. I'm praying and hoping for a better year. But this Trap song came out in 1991. And still so relevant today. You feel the anger with his words. I'm like, the whole song was just one big agreement with me. It was just one big agreement, honestly. honestly speaking. I mean, talking about police brutality and he got really specific. And talking about how can I feel guilty after all the things they did to me, sweated me, hunted me, trapped me in my own community. One day I'm gonna bust, blow up on this society. Why did you lie to me? I couldn't find a trace of equality. Work me while a slave while they lay back. Work me like a slave while they lay back. Homie, don't play that. Like, come on. Like, the whole thing is just one big agreement out of me. It's like he's talking about the frustrations of not just a young black male, but just black people in general, because the ladies get harassed too. You know, ladies get harassed too. They get harassed too. And it's like, you're trying to, like he said in the song, I'm trying to avoid physical contact. I can't hold back. It's time to attack back. It's hard, man. You're trying to avoid physical contact. You don't want to start no drama. You don't want no peace. You just want to know when you walk out your door, going to the streets, you're just hoping for like you're just hoping that you can just get through your day peacefully and then come home safe. You know? Like, why should you feel scared because there's a cop car right in your corner and you're scared to walk through that corner? You have to walk past that corner. You're scared because there's a cop car right there. It's the paranoia. It's the paranoia, you know? But you know, you feel trapped in your own community because, you know, you're being harassed and bullied by the people that's supposed to be protecting you. It's really crazy. So I really like Trap, man. That was, you know, there goes Pac talking to me.
A soldier, me, all the way to me. A soldier. Is it my fault just cause I'm a young black male? Cops let me as if my destiny is making crack sales. Only fuck. Niggas get fucked up, step to this. Back with several cats, cause I'm on some paying back shit.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So, so, if you're thinking that there's gonna be bangers on this album, like party club bangers, and there's gonna be songs to make you just dance and get up off your feet and all that, that's not what this album is about. This album is very, very, very militant minded and very political and it's very pro-black, and I dig this. You know, it's very pro-black, and it's like a self-defense album. You know, it's a what's the word I'm looking for? It's a revolutionary. There we go. It's a revolutionary album. Like, he was coming in the second verse. He's coming to get his brother up out the jail. And you know, he told the warden, I'm coming for your ass as fast as Flash Gordon. Bar. And he's talking about, I'm here to take my brother. And because his mom said, hit the pen, nigga, break your bigger brother out. And then he's going to the pen to take his brother out. And, you know, the coppers, you know, basically shot one in the head for him. Like, you know, the coppers basically gave him one to the head, and he said the screams couldn't leave his mouth. Whoo! And his brother got shot too. I think he gonna pull through. He deserved to. Damn. Yeah, Soldier Story was deep. Tupac is a underrated storyteller. I don't understand why people say Pac's not a lyricist. What are you talking about? How's Tupac not a lyricist? And people are like, oh, Tupac's not a storyteller. What are you talking about? He just told a great story right here with Soldier Story. It's called Soldier Story. People just love hating on Pac, man.
Black and white is cops rapping about the nigga he died. I see no justice. All I see is niggas dying fast. Frozen. Better bring the gun down. Cause this is the day we make them think. Choose the American K-Cup. Fuck you to all you redneck prejudice motherfuckers.
Oh shit. Pac crazy, man. Oh yo. Well, you heard it. You heard the man loud and clear. You heard who he gives his F's to. Hey, woo-wee. He wasn't playing around. Yo, that was crazy. All right. This song is self-explanatory. I don't got much to say. It's self-explanatory. He just don't give a F. This is an album with a message loud and clear. He's being very, very, very blunt, and that's how I like it. I like people to be very, very, very blunt. Like, get specific with me. Like, tell me. Pac's not holding back no punches.
I'm never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. You wanna censor something, motherfucker, censor this.
Okay, so the song Violent, just off the first words he said in the song, they claim that I'm violent just because I refuse to be silent. These hypocrites are having fits because I ain't buying it. So they'll call you violent just because you refuse to be silent. But at the end of the song, he said, I'm going to show you, he's basically saying, I'm going to give y'all a reason to claim that I'm violent. So, because in the end, he has a gunfight with the cops, and him and his friends have a gunfight with the cops, and they stole the cops' car. It's crazy. Yeah, this is good story. This is an interesting story. Debut to come out with an album like this on your debut is very ballsy. See why there was a lot of controversy with this album right here. I can see why. Violent, just off the song Violin Alone, I can see why there's a lot of controversy.
Oh. That refuse to respect us. Emancipation proclamation, please. We can just send that to save the nation. The Constitution, they went on the block. And Lady Liberty, stupid bitch lied to me. The Malcolm X in my history text, watch that. Cause he tried to educate and liberate all black. That's what I am. America's nightmare.
Yeah, damn right. Yeah, Pac got at America's ass for this one. Words of wisdom. Wow, so much to pick from this song right here. I can't even start. The textbooks. He said no Malcolm X in my history text. Why is that? Because he tried to educate and liberate all blacks. And then he said, why is Martin Luther King in my book each week? He told blacks if they get smacked, turn the other cheek. So it seemed like a little dig at Martin Luther King in a way. But then he proceeds to say, they thought they had his beat when they took out King. Turning it over to the black man sings wisdom. Whoa, man. He was talking. Pac is talking on words of wisdom. Oh, man. America's nightmare. That's what he is. And then, like, I love how he used the word nigga. And he used the word nigga as an acronym. Right? Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. That is what nigga means to Tupac. Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. That's fire, dog. He made nigga an acronym. Hey. That was really short. I was. This way comes something wicked. This way, I was vibing to that, yo. That was a bop. Oh, snap. That was a bop. Yeah, that was hot.
Yo, tell me leaving the fuck alone. Some very bloody bodies on the street. I know the ass cops stepping to the niggas with the props. And any motherfucker with the flip flag drops of a whistle. So make you move and act like you wanna flip.
How the beat is police sirens, gunshots, and punching sounds. If y'all hear the beat, is literally that through the combination of three, and I hear Eazy-E's voice in the background. I guess Eazy-E's backing him up or something. I hear Eazy-E in the song. Okay, and I believe Stretch was on the song too. Big Stretch.
Back in the day, we play practical jokes on. Everybody smoke with their lumps and they lips on. I'm still down with my homies from the hometown, and if you need anything at all, I drop it out for y'all if my homies call.
That's one of the reasons why I mess with Tupac so much. Just a loyal dude. Just reminds me of myself. You're like, he explained it best. Yo, I'll drop everything and be there when you need if my homies call. You know, like, whatever you need. When my homies call, I'm there for you. I got your back. If you're truly my homie. And that's loyalty. That's something a lot of people don't even know about nowadays, loyalty. That's called being a real, true friend. That's what's called being a true friend. A lot of those don't exist no more.
Yeah, Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda's barely got a brain. A damn shame, the girl can hardly spell her name.
Hey, damn, in the beginning you gotta roast Brenda like that? God, I didn't. You know, it's funny. This is supposed to be a serious song. I'm not trying to laugh at this song or anything like that. I just noticed right off the bat he's just roasting the hell out of Brenda. I hear Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda barely got a brain. A damn shame the girl can hardly spell her name. And he roasted the shit out of her. But back to the song.
Just cause you're in the ghetto doesn't mean you can't grow. But oh, that's a thought. Prostitute fam, slang.
I don't even know really what to say to a song like Brenda's Got a Baby. I've heard this song so many times over the years, but this is like the first time, like, this is like I'm reviewing this song and I'm reacting to it and I'm reviewing it and I'm breaking it down. It's Brenda's Got a Baby is a very tragic song. This still goes on in today's world. There's still a lot of Brendas out there where she's young, having a baby. And the sad part is Brenda's Got a Baby is like based on a true story. When Tupac was I think he may have been filming Juice around the time, he read the newspaper and he saw the story about Brenda, and he saw that each time the story was being printed, it kept getting smaller and smaller until it was wiped off the newspaper. And it was an important story to him. It touched him because he felt like a story like that should have gotten proper recognition. And so he got inspired to make the song Brenda's Got a Baby. So knowing the fact that it's true, it kind of hits you home a little bit. Like, it kind of like hits you in the feels a little bit more. And it's like, I feel bad, you know? She went through all this hell at a young age just to see her life get taken away through prostitution. But to her, it was her only way of making ends meet, because she tried to sell crack but ends up getting robbed. So she sees sex as a way of leaving hell, and it was paying the rent, so she really can't complain. And then prostitute found slain. Brenda dies off prostitution. She got slain. Tupac did his job with this one. He did his job. Yeah.
They can't slip full of that shit. Another hit from a lunatic. Yeah, fuck that God word up. Big crack, catch a finger, where did they get a load of me? Bitches on my dick like a motherfucking gun. Niggas want
They got Nathan on a nigga like me. Ooh, the lunatic, man, he was flowing on that one. Yo, the beat was kind of hot.
the most dangerous weapon. An educated black man. Rebel of the underground. Now face to face with the devil. Cause they breed more rebels in the whole damn ghetto. Rebel of the underground.
Rebel of the underground.
Kinda make you wanna think about. Bet you gotta do some selling out just to get your record out.
Most dangerous weapon, an educated black man. Sheesh.
Was my dope fiend mother. Moving sex never steps through the front door. Cause moms will run to the dope man once more.
Every night she would fight. Papa was a nasty old man like the rest.
That was some real. Part-time mother was some real. And I don't know who the shorty was. I don't know who the female was kicking her verse, but damn, she stole this. She did a thing on this track. I don't know who that was. Maybe y'all can tell me who that was. Who was the female? But her verse was crazy. Yeah. So Part-Time Mother was the last track. So that concludes 2PACALYPSE. Now we got through all the songs. So now I gotta say that this album, it dropped in '91. This album is so relevant to 2021 that it's actually really scary. It's a little eerie how relevant this album is to 2021. Like, all the social issues that Tupac was talking about, he hit the nail on the coffin on that one. Like, all the social issues that he was talking about on this album are still going on today. Whether it has to deal with crooked cops, politicians, rapists, pedophiles, part-time mothers, young females, minority females having babies at a young age, and them being trapped in being a victim trapped in your own society, and victimized and hated on in your own community. It's crazy. Like, this album is really deep, and I can see why this album doesn't get talked about enough, because this is a really political album. You're not here for the club bangers and none of that. This is straight up a social message album, and it's really good, and it's really needed, and I actually recommend people to really check this album out. It's really, really good. And Pac is spitting, like, y'all tell me Pac not a lyricist? Where? Pac's a lyricist in my eyes. Like, what I just heard? Pac's a lyricist. I don't give a damn what none of y'all say. 2Pac's a lyricist. Pac's the GOAT. I don't care what none of y'all say. Pac's the GOAT. And what a debut. Like, it's really ballsy to make an album like this as your very first album. That's ballsy. So, this album's 7 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10. I'm very impressed with this album. It's really good. The production-wise, it sounds extremely dated. It came out in '91, though. It's over 30 years. It's 30 years. It's 30 years. Pac was talking, and it's like, wow, man, like, wow, was he talking? And I just appreciate everything he dropped on this album right here, and it was much needed. And power of an opinion. That's what this album is. It's power of an opinion. This album is an anthem, I think. I think this album is one of the anthems for black people. I'm glad I went over this album. I really am. I really am glad I went over this album. This was really interesting to hear. So that concludes the video. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. Keep supporting me. Follow my social medias. Comment down below what you guys want, what everybody wants me to react to. Comment down below. All that. Buy the merch, check the merch out, all that. Let's keep growing, and let's keep grinding together with this channel. Let's just keep doing it. Let's just keep doing big things. 2021 is looking very promising. So, definitely. One love to everybody. Thank you for watching. I'm out.